Screw it. Didn't need the money anyway.
Take a chance, beating now. My man, I made no no. Down, reading, see. Wake up, Ichika, Bachika, take a hard little show. Hold on, we see you and I see. How to get around it, survive.
Hello everyone, Dragon Ball Z's are back for reviews, and we're coming to one of the best versions of Dragon Ball Z of all time, which is Budokai 3. Now, you might be wondering why I say this is the best overall. It's because this one they went into full-fledged, they went all out in this game. Now this game is one of the best Dragon Ball Z games, still to this date, and it's still one hell of a fun game. But let us not jump to everything. Let me explain the things first. First thing we have is Dragon Universe. Dragon Universe is pretty much the retelling of the Dragon Ball Z story. The one thing about Dragon Universe that makes it unique is this. Yeah, that's right. Full roaming of the planet. Well, a little mini map of the planet, but still roaming. You could roam and fly to objectives, find Dragon Balls, and other little items that are in the area. How cool is that? Like, literally, no Dragon Ball Z game has tried to do that before. Well, except Sagas. I'm not touching Sagas. I'm not. But this game has done so much that it's actually really, really good seeing what they actually put into development for this game. You can go over there. You actually have a thing to where certain characters can actually do like what I call a spiritual search, to where they can find landmarks and stuff that they need to go to. If they're near it, and it'll actually glow in an aura, a state, giving off that same flare, to where it's like, oh, this is where I need to go. This is a place I need to be, or this is an important item, or something like that. That's really cool. Flying around finding Dragon Balls. You can't really pinpoint where they are until you get the Dragon Radar, which you can find. When you find the Dragon Radar, it helps you find the Dragon Balls easier. You usually get about 3 every single different world or chapter that you do. And when you find them, you actually get to summon a dragon and you get a wish. Thus, you can unlock characters, unlock breakthroughs and everything. And that's what makes it really, fun to do it. Because it's like, now I'm on a journey to find these Dragon Balls. And it's not like, oh, I have to win money to get the Dragon Balls, like from Budokai. In Budokai, you have to win money to get Dragon Balls. And very rarely you get them during like cutscenes and everything. But this one, you could hunt them down, use the Dragon Balls, use this, get what you want, and then do it again. That's what made this fun. It made it really, really more in depth, where it's like, oh, I actually have a reason to find Dragon Balls now, and it's actually on the maps and stuff. So it makes it feel more of like a Dragon Ball Z experience, something that really wasn't done properly before, and it was really, really awesome to do so. Now, we're playing with Cheetah here at the moment, and I gotta point out the one fun thing about this area.
Everybody supersonic racing, try to keep your feet right on the ground when you're supersonic racing.
Flying around at high speeds was so fun to know I could do this. It's like I was actually in the show. I could fly. I could do so many things. You could even quickly U-turn to turn around to see if you missed something, or to go back somewhere that you need to go to. They have a map on the side that locates, okay, this is where you need to go, but you still could explore freely. You could go and find stuff that you need to do. You can even go and train with battle points and get the battle points that you need for your characters to level them up. Yes, it has a level up system, so it's somewhat of an RPG. With the level up system though, it's how you build your character from here on. This way, like, it was a little thing that they had on the PS2 where you could upload your character online and people could fight that character that you had customly made and set. But it was really cool that you gave you this, and they gave different passwords for each character too every time you upgraded them. So it made it more feel genuine that you were training your own Dragon Ball Z character versus just generic beat up the bad guys and go. It was more in depth with that, and I really love that. By the way, I may haven't pointed out yet, but the quality of the actual animations and everything looks so beautiful in this game. I really love it, and I really love how they kind of stepped it up from Budokai 2. They give you so many different things to your disposal, and that's one thing I want to get to right after the free moment. But one thing I will also go back into while in free moment is that the story modes for each character is almost pinpoint to the key of how the series was.
Something's coming. A huge power level. It's Frieza. What? This planet doesn't have nights? The Dragon Balls were gone, and Kakarot's son too. Oh, blast it all! You think you can outsmart me? You won't get away with this.
Wait, I still have one more wish to make.
Perfect. Then you can wish for my immortality and be quick about it. Frieza's coming. He's here.
But unlike how Budokai was, to where it was like you had to hop to a location and get there, you can actually fly to a location, and certain locations you can fly to where you can do like certain battles, secret battles, or battles that you never really did before. And it was actually in depth. It was like, wait, so I remember that Vegeta did this. You can actually go and start the event that started that, and it's like, huh, that's really cool. I like that. You could even, when you were fighting, like, yes, the one thing that they improved on so much that I'm happy about, that they actually, even though they put the speech bubbles up, they at least showed the character models and do it, so it's more of like you can still kind of talk to it. It's just not like we're staring at a boring map wondering where's the other characters for this, because like either the characters from canon during that fight or etc. This one, when your character is going to be canon through all fights, because it's taking the storyline of how that character proceeded through the entire game instead of just being there, which makes it really more in depth. And the thing about it was, what I love about it, they don't try to force jam the character in parts they weren't in. They literally put the character in the part, like Vegeta. He wasn't there for the majority of Namek, and it literally cuts to him and everybody back on Earth.
Gohan and the others return safely to Earth, thanks to the Namekian Dragon Balls. However, Goku remains on Namek to resolve things with Frieza.
Also, I love the fact that they actually did narrations for this too, and actually had the actual narrator narrate minorly about certain things for Dragon Ball Z while showing clips from the show. Not real like full-fledged clips, but like little images in the background to let you know, hey yo, this is going from what we know from the series, and it's not just like something we're just going to throw in here and just make everything different. And that's what I actually enjoy about the game. If you want to say if they have like a minor nitpick about the game, I really, on certain battles, it gets kind of annoying when you go into a cutscene, then you have to jump out, then jump back into the same area for a cutscene, then jump out and jump back in for the same area to the cutscene, which is really annoying. I wish they kind of just let it be one flowing cutscene motion, and then you can start the battle.
I see. So you are not a total waste of space after all.
Transform, Frieza. Show me what you can really do in your true form. Don't you understand? Each time a Saiyan is defeated, he comes back stronger. We have to hurry before Frieza shows his true form.
My true form? What a splendid idea.
You still have time. Do it now.
Please, Dende, you have to help Vegeta get better.
Come on, Frieza. I'm ready for you. I have become a Super Saiyan. Take a good look, Frieza. Your worst fears have been realized. I am now a Super Saiyan!
Now, I understand how this could help though, like if you want to jump out and then jump back into something to do something else before going back, you could do that. So it was actually kind of a way to be like, well, you don't have to do this. It's kind of like, are you ready for this or are you sure, because we're about to get started, and you can still do other stuff and fly around in motion. That's one thing I love about Dragon Ball Universe. This is a story mode game of pretty much each and every character that is really pretty much can be played, and their parts during the stories. But it's not going to go further than where they were. It's not going to try to incorporate them, getting you into the Cell Saga. It's not going to do that. It's just going to incorporate who was there, you know. So that's for Dragon Universe. Dueling is still basic like this, and that's the basic fighting styles games. But the thing about it is, I'm going to point out now what different things they put in this game that makes it very, very unique from the other games. First off, there is dodging. Yes, you can physically dodge an opponent's attack just by tapping X. When you tap X, you actually can dodge the attack and actually move away from it. And you can actually, sidestep, dodge, left and right. And the character actually animates like they're dodging it. And this is really cool. The thing about it is, though, it takes some away from your con meter, so you have to dodge wisely, or else you're going to exhaust yourself out, and you're going to be open for a free attack. The other thing that they added in here, which was actually cool, is that certain moments when you get hit, you can actually stop yourself in the air. Like, you could never do that in other Dragon Ball Z games. So, like in World Tournaments or Dragon Ball Budokai 1 and 2, you had to take that loss because you got hit so hard, and there was no way for you to stop it. In this one, you actually put the brakes on it, and it actually changes the game up. So it's not like, oh, once I knock you out, okay, I win. No, it can hit you, stop. I ain't going nowhere. You got to do harder than that, and that adds more tension to the battles now. So it's not just like, oh, for a World Tournament, I just wronged you out and won. It makes it more like now you have to think. You have to either go in there and do it again or see what he's going to do. It makes it more engaging in battles, and it makes it so much more fun to do so, because it's like now you can't do the cheap way out. You have to actually fight your way through this. Another thing that they actually did for it, which I actually enjoyed the most, was the fact that they added the Dragon Rush combo thing, to where if you are in red, this is how you activate your ultimate super. Granted, it is hard as hell to land this on anybody. Like, to actually fully land. Even the CPUs on a normal difficulty are smart enough to either stay away or dodge when they see you do the move. Because it's just like straight up, you have to be catching your opponent off guard to hit him with it. Because it's not easy. Unless you're Krillin, where you flip behind him and hit him, which was so sick on certain battles. Like, it was funny watching that, because me and my friends were playing a while back. Mini story time. I was Krillin and he was Goku. We both went in rage mode, and he went to go do the uppercut super so he can do Super Dragon Fist. I hit Krillin's. Krillin's literally does a backflip and knocks Goku and does super destructo disc. I was like, this is the sickest thing in this game. And that's another thing about ultimate attacks. This time they can be battled. So it's not like, oh, you did your ultimate attack, you just did a massive amount of damage. You can actually battle back the opponent so they can't take the most damage possible, so they can reduce it. Same thing with the Dragon Rush attack combo, to where if you do a heavy strong hit or you do a projectile move, you can double tap it. It'll activate the Dragon Rush combo, to where it's pretty much guess what button I press, in a sense. If your opponent gets it right at any time, they automatically stop you at animation. If they stop you on the very first point, you automatically take damage back and they dodge the attack. If you stop it at the second one, it's like a Dragon Ball Z Clash attack thing, which is really good to see, because it's like, so it's like clashing forward. The third one is that they take the last hit, but they actually dodge any more incoming damage. So it makes it more of like, well, you don't take it. But if you succeed in actually guessing wrong all 3 times, you're taking a massive amount of damage.
That was pretty fun.
Now, another thing that they actually implemented was the use of teleports. So you can actually now, on certain moves, teleport behind an opponent and hit them if they try to do an attack move. And that can be also implemented during blast attacks. So you can do Kamehameha and then teleport and knock them in the air and teleport, keep knocking them, teleport, keep knocking them. And even times they could clash with your teleports. So while you're teleporting, they could teleport behind you and try to hit you, and you could teleport behind them and try to hit them again. Mind you, this is taken from your Kai, and it will exhaust you if you use it too much. there is a fatigue meter, and the longer the fatigue, the harder it is for you to charge or anything. So the fatigue meter is really, really important in this game. So it's always good and wise to watch your fatigue meter while also trying to do certain things. So it makes it more of an interesting type of a battle situation, and it's so much fun. Just like so much clashing back and forth just adds so much atmosphere to this game. I really enjoy that, and it gives that Dragon Ball Z feel. It feels like a Dragon Ball Z game. It doesn't feel like, oh, we're just gonna go ahead and just like dodge, sidestep, black belt. It actually gives you the option to do stuff, and it makes you feel like you're actually doing from the series. So other things that actually happens in the game too, other than basic charge and everything, you got your capsules you can use actually during battle, to where if you hit like X and down, it activates the capsule, giving you either max meter, more defense, more stuff. It still has the sensu beam ones, but it just feels right. Like it's like giving you more freedom and mobility to do stuff, and it makes each game very different. And also you can edit skills on the fly now. As soon as you select your character, you can select normal, custom, or you can edit the skills right there. So if you know what your opponent's going to use, or you want to swap up, you can swap up doing it. But more than time, if you have breakthrough, you're going to use breakthrough, because it unlocks every skill that you have, even if you don't buy it yet. Because I don't have Super Dragon Fist yet, and I'm able to use it.
That's stronger this time.
Share your energy with me!
The spirit box meeting!
The other thing is World Tournament, and in World Tournament they did something new. You can have other people play in the World Tournament. Yes, you can have your friends play in the World Tournament, and you can all compete to see who's the best. You can have up to 8 players. Yes, you heard me right. 8 players. Can you imagine playing with 8 friends, just going in tournament mode? It's like a real martial arts tournament, and it just feels it's like so much fun to actually be able to, bring people together and do this instead of you buying yourself doing this. I don't know if you win money from it, probably not, but it's still an interesting feature they added in there to make it all interesting and make it more inspiring to be like, hey, you can do World Tournament mode and it's not by yourself anymore. You can actually challenge your friends. So I'm like, that's one thing I actually enjoy about that. They also do have a option mode to where you can train or practice, and in training they can teach you different skills, from how to use your Kai blasters, how to actually evade certain attacks, and how to more than likely. Other than that, I know it doesn't have a lot more that it could actually go into it, but for what the game is, Dragon Ball Universe is one of the most amazing games that there is for Dragon Ball Z today. On my copy, I haven't really sat down and took time to unlock every character, but I've played it so much in the past that memories just flock back when I do it. It's so good. Like on certain things, like your health bar, if you actually get killed by an ultimate attack, it breaks your health bar. Or if you get hit by a really hard super attack, it literally starts cracking your health bar. And it's like actual health bar, your scouter. So it's like they actually took it from serious. It's really cool, and it's cool always watching your scouter blow up when you actually decimate a character. And another thing that I put in this game too is that if you actually kill a character with a certain move, on certain moves the character's not there anymore. Like the character's gone. They're gone from Earth. And it's like, it makes you feel like you actually killed this character. It's not just, oh, he's laying there hurt, injured. No, he's gone. He's gone. He's not coming back. Spirit, he's gone. He is dead. I am sorry. And that's what I love about this game. It may not have a whole bunch of features and everything, but it has a big roster of characters from everybody in the series all the way up to GT. And it makes it actually, it gives you all the stuff that you want from all the Dragon Ball Z things, even giving you Super Saiyan 4 fusions and different types of ones that are kind of hilarious. But I won't get further into that. But this game is really good. And another thing I even slightly forgot to mention, you can clash blast attacks now. So at times where you did Kamehameha and it didn't really do anything, this time you can actually clash and fight that off. And clashing from doing 2 special attacks at the same time is back too. This game put everything in a beautiful way to where it doesn't feel like they're just mashing everything in here just to give you something. They actually put it in here to make it fluent so you can actually play it like it's a Dragon Ball Z game. And that's what I love about this game. I love Budokai 3. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of things and everything for it, but for what the game was and what they gave us compared to the other two, I mean, Budokai 1 gave us awesome story, awesome reanimation, and it started off the foundation of the series. 2 was improving on things and trying to get stuff there, but it didn't flow out perfectly. 3 just fine-tuned everything, and it just made it so much better. And that's why I love Budokai. I'm not gonna be like it is just like the perfect game outright. You know, there are certain things about it, but if you want to know, I would say I recommend Budokai to anybody. Budokai 3 to anybody that loves Dragon Ball Z. If you love Dragon Ball Z and you love what it has, go pick it up right now. There is still the Dragon Ball Z HD collection. Pick it up. Promise you, and play all as much time as you can to that game. The game is worth every single penny for your time it's worth. So with that said, I love Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. I would give it the highest rating as I possibly can, 8, 9 out of 10, you know, just for the game alone. And it's really good. I give it 10 out of 10 for Dragon Ball Z game. Like, it's really, really good for a Dragon Ball Z game. And I really want more people to actually know and play this game because it is amazing. I love it to stay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Dragon Ball Z. We are back with reviews and everything. It's been so long, but I finally got a new desktop and rig. I will show you those later. But for now, it's time for us to get more back into everything. So with that said, Jeffrey Gamers 1 signing out, and we're going to be looking at our next review soon. Maybe Xenoverse or maybe something else. We'll find out. Until then, Jeffrey Gamers 1 signing out. Hoping you enjoyed. Go play some Dragon Ball Z, guys. Later.